Good evening, this is Tacks. I'm Zakka Jacob. The battle for Maharashtra has now begun in right earnest. Today was the last day for filing of nominations, and nothing describes the Maharashtra election better than a khichdi. It is so convoluted and so complex and so complicated that even allies are fighting each other. Yesterday's enemies are today's friends. Today, on the last day of the filing of nomination, a dramatic turn of events. Nawab Malik, a man who the BJP despises. In fact, they sent him to jail. They accused him of being a Dawood Ibrahim henchman. Today, that same Nawab Malik is fighting on an NCP Ajit Pawar ticket. He is the NCP Ajit Pawar official candidate for Mantony in Mumbai. There is also a Shiv Sena Shinde candidate on that same seat. So both of them will be taking each other on in that seat. Similar is the situation in the Mahavikas Aghadi. There are about half a dozen or so seats where there are friendly fights, either between Shiv Sena UBT or Congress and NCP Sharad Pawar. It's a complete khichdi. It's a complete mess. The question and what is missing is the voter of Maharashtra is asking a very simple question tonight. Is ideology so fungible that someone who was yesterday Dawood's henchman is today an official candidate of the Mahayuti? Is ideology so convenient and is corruption such a forgotten issue that for the Mahavikas Aghadi, they can take each other on in at least half a dozen seats? In fact, they did not even declare, even after nominations have closed, how many seats officially Congress, Sena UBT and NCP Sharad Pawar are fighting. They've just gone ahead and filed nominations. So where does this leave the voter of Maharashtra? All right, so the last-minute drama on the last day of filing nominations is Ajit Pawar. His faction of the NCP has fielded Nawab Malik, an ED accused, somebody the BJP has said was Dawood's henchman, accused him of colluding with no less than Dawood Ibrahim's sister to take over a property right in the heart of Mumbai. Now, the BJP is apparently upset with the Ajit Pawar faction, with the whole fielding of Nawab Malik. BJP's Mumbai president, Ashish Shelar, has said that the party will not campaign for Nawab Malik. The BJP has also made it clear that they will not promote people who are associated with Dawood Ibrahim. This is what Ashish Shelar, the Mumbai president of the BJP, has said. But the question is, why is your ally giving him a ticket? Why is he being officially fielded as a candidate from one of your alliance partners? But anyway, that's the last-minute drama that we've had on the last day of filing of nominations. There are friendly fights, like I said, at least half a dozen of them in the Mahavikas Aghadi as well. So, is this sort of drumming down on the voter of Maharashtra, saying that we can put up whoever we want, we'll be in an alliance, but we'll still put up candidates against each other. We can accuse people of being corrupt, but we'll still give them a ticket. We have ideological differences, but we'll still give him or her a ticket. Let's play out the story so far and then we'll go across to our guests.
What is the public's vision? That's what I want to hear. What is their aspiration for Mumbai, for Maharashtra? That's what I want to understand. That's the vision I will take to the Chief Minister. And that's his vision, that's my vision. Those who make false promises, they overpromise and underdeliver. I don't want to make that mistake.
कई लोग महाविकास आघाड़ी कहते हैं हम ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, हम चौकार मारेंगे, हम छटकार मारेंगे, लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ ये विधानसभा की जो मैच है ये महायुति जीतेगी.
नगर मानपुर की जनता के आग्रह पे चुनाव लड़ रहा हूँ. वहाँ पे जिस तरह की परिस्थिति है, पिछले 15 सालों से एक दहशत का माहौल बनाया गया.
वोट जिहाद का समर्थन करने वाले अबू आदमी और आतंकवाद के समर्थक नवाब मलिक को हराएंगे और बुलेट पार्टी को विजयी करेंगे.
All right, let's open this up to our guests. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. Mathew Antony, spokesperson of the Congress Party, joining us. Daniel Francis, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction. And Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP-SP, is also joining us. Sanju Verma, let me start with you. Let's start with the whole drama that happened today on the last day of filing of nominations. Ajit Pawar's NCP has fielded Nawab Malik from the Mankhurd seat. The ED had arrested Mr. Malik in February 2022 over alleged links to the D company. Malik was accused of seizing a prime property in Kurla with the aid of the D gang. In fact, when the charges were framed, the court had opined at that time that he had conspired with no less than Dawood Ibrahim's sister Hasina Parkar to take over a property that is worth over 100 crore rupees. This same man today has been given a ticket and has filed nominations by one of your alliance partners. How do you respond?
The first point that I would like your audience to know, and which I say very unequivocally, is that be it Devendra Fadnavis, be it Ashish Shelar, or anyone who matters within the Mumbai Maharashtra BJP units have categorically said that they have nothing to do with Nawab Malik. Now, if Ajit Pawar has decided to endorse Nawab Malik's candidature from Mankhurd, Shivaji Nagar, that is entirely up to Ajit Pawar. But at this point in time, is Ajit Pawar still very much a part of Mahayuti? Yes. Could this have been handled better? Yes. But at the same time, is BJP taking a strong stance on corruption without flinching or batting an eyelid? That is also equally true. Now coming to the moot point of, what exactly the Maharashtra elections are all about. Let's be very clear. Let's not fool ourselves. I mean, giving ticket distribution is both an art and a science because, there are objective criteria that come into play, and equally, there are subjective criteria that also come into the equation. Now, this is a very, very complex situation, both for the NDA and the Mahayuti. I'm sure the NDA spokespersons will do the talking from their end. But I just want to say one thing. Let me just take your audience back to Gujarat Assembly elections. Prior to that, the entire cabinet of Vijay Rupani, including Vijay Rupani himself, they were all asked to step down, and Bhupendra Bhai Patel was made the chief minister, somebody who not very many people had heard of. But lo behold, BJP delivered, and how, giving one of its best performances in Gujarat despite an over 20-year-long perceived anti-incumbency, and ditto was the case in 2022 Uttarakhand, where I remember nobody had heard of Pushkar Singh Dhami, and he had replaced two former chief ministers, Tirath Singh Rawat and Trivendra Singh Rawat, and people said, oh, Uttarakhand is something BJP has allowed to slip under its nose. But what happened? We delivered one of the best performances ever in 27 years with the incumbent romping home to victory.
Just one clarification. There, the BJP willy-nilly changed its own chief ministers because of anti-incumbency, and the fresh faces were able to buck that anti-incumbency. Here in this case, it's not a BJP chief minister, and this gentleman divided his party. The other faction of that party claims at the behest of the BJP using hook and crook to break that party. Be that as it may, let the people of Maharashtra decide who is the real legatee of Balasaheb Thackeray. But let me bring in the others also, please. Mathew Antony of the Congress. I am going to read out to you, sir, the 6 constituencies where MVA, the Mahavikas Aghadi, has also put up multiple candidates. Miraj, Shiv Sena UBT has put up Tanaji Satpute. Congress has put Mohan Wankhede. Sangola, Shiv Sena UBT has put up Deepak Salunkhe, and the Shetkari Kamgar Paksha, which is your alliance partner, has put up Babasaheb Deshmukh. South Solapur, Congress has put up Dilip Mane. Shiv Sena has put up Amar Patil. Pandarpur, Congress has put up Bhagirath Bhalke. NCP Sharad Pawar has put up Anil Sawant. Paranda, Shiv Sena UBT has put up Ranjit Patil. NCP Sharad Pawar has put Rahul Mothe. Digras, Shiv Sena UBT has put Pawan Jaiswal. Congress has put Manik Rao Thackeray. So you are no one to say that, who is Mahayuti fielding, why is Ajit Pawar fielding and Shinde Sena fielding in the same constituency. You have about half a dozen constituencies where you are fighting. In fact, you have not even officially declared how many seats Congress is fighting, how many seats Sena UBT is fighting, and how many seats Mr. Pawar's party is fighting.
Zakka, there is no point in me trying to deny and justify anything here, because this is openly out as a nomination. Now, let me come to the point that this is a possible election where the Mahavikas Aghadi is very confident of having a success. And hence the aspiration levels and ambitions for individual parties as well as the candidates within the parties are very high. However, we have time till the 4th, to see whether we can avoid the friendly fights. If at all, where all possible, we can avoid the friendly fights, we will do that one. And with respect to, we are not even questioning Mahayuti on that one. Our question to Mahayuti was only one thing. Ashish Shelar has made a statement that at no point of time we will not allow Nawab Malik to be a candidate in our alliance with Ajit Pawar. And now what has happened? What is Ashish Shelar's response to it? Because he's a candidate, he says that he stands a chance to be a chief minister. That's what he's saying to his voters in the Bandra West constituency. Now, what is BJP's stand on that one when somebody of that stature, the Mumbai president, has made a statement that we will not allow at any cost somebody who is connected with underworld in no uncertain terms to be a part of this.
So now he's saying that they will not campaign for Nawab Malik.
No, he said we will not allow.
Campaigning is another NCP's candidate. They will campaign for whoever the Shinde Sena candidate there in that constituencies. They won't campaign for Nawab Malik.
Zakka, let me complete. It is about campaigning, and other campaigning is a different factor. What they said is that we will not link ourselves with somebody who's connected with underworld. And Mahayuti is completely corrupted otherwise also. And then, about the Gujarat thing. Yes, BJP is very close to Gujarat because the Diamond Bourse has been taken out to Gujarat. The Gift City has been taken out to Gujarat. All investments have been taken out to Gujarat. And in Maharashtra, we are saying that the whole people are looking forward for two answers. One is the backstabbing of the two regional parties of Maharashtra by the BJP. One is of Bal Thackeray as well as of the Sharad Pawar. Second is about, after giving the Ladki Bahan Yojana, they increased the stamp paper price from 100 to 500, looting the entire poor people of the state. So people are going to answer these questions too during the elections, and let us see who will win.
So let me ask Clyde Trasto, a lot was said before the Haryana State Assembly election as well. Everybody said, Congress will get 60 seats out of 90, Congress will get up to 70 seats out of 90. In Maharashtra, where in the Lok Sabha elections, the Mahavikas Aghadi got 30 and the Mahayuti got 17, but it was closer than what many people assume. MVA won 9 out of the 15 seats where victory margin was less than 5%. The Lok Sabha Assembly projection, if you go by 17 to Mahayuti and 30 to MVA, it is still ends up as only 153 for the MVA, which is just 9 seats ahead of majority, and Mahayuti on 126 seats. And as you know, assembly elections are much more closer, tighter contests than Lok Sabha seats are. Nearly 46%. The only two social groups that back the Mahavikas Aghadi, the upper caste, 58% NDA, India Bloc 38%. Marathas, including Kunbis, 46% NDA, 39% India Bloc. OBCs, 39% India Bloc, 50% NDA. The only two blocks, social blocks that backed the India alliance ahead of Mahayuti were SC, STs and Muslims. Dalits 46 versus 35 of NDA. Adivasis 55 MVA as opposed to 35 of NDA, and Muslims 74 to India Bloc, 12 to NDA. Basically, SC, STs and Muslims helped you win these seats in the Lok Sabha.
So that's what will continue. That's what will continue in the Vidhan Sabha election. The point here is very simple. The people of Maharashtra have realized who the Mahayuti is. So they voted against them in the Lok Sabha election, and they'll vote in larger numbers against them in the Vidhan Sabha election. There are a lot of issues that are there, which are affecting the people of Maharashtra. If you look at the big ticket projects that were taken away from Maharashtra and sent to Gujarat, has affected the people a lot. I mean, you talk about corruption. Now, the moot point here today is Mr. Nawab Malik. That's what we are talking about. I mean, I was very close to Mr. Nawab Malik as part of the whole team as spokesperson. And we kept hearing that how the BJP ran him down as if, underworld connection, Dawood connection. And today, they've got the ticket. If the BJP swears by they will not support anybody who is part of any of this kind of game or corruption or underworld connection, then why is Mr. Ajit Pawar still part of the Mahayuti? Ask him to leave. Why they are not asking him to leave? They should say it right up front. That leave, we don't want someone like that with us. That's as simple as that. But the point here is, it's like, I will pretend that I'm hurting you, and you pretend you got hurt and you start crying. This is the kind of game that they are playing. But the Bharatiya Janata Party has a lot to answer when Mr. Nawab Malik has got a ticket from Ajit Pawar. I mean, are they trying to say that Mr. Ajit Pawar is so powerful that he can do what he wants? I mean,
Okay.
this is the game
So,
that they are playing.
Sanju
They're
Verma,
trying to
please
show
respond.
people
It's
that,
not just,
we are not supporting, but they're doing the same thing.
it's not just Nawab Malik. Ashok Chavan, former Congress Chief Minister, you accused him of being the major beneficiary in the other scam. Today
There's
he's
a
in the
long
BJP.
list of people, Zakka. We can
Ajit
give you a long list
Pawar
of people.
himself was accused of being the kingpin of the 70,000 crore irrigation scam. Chhagan Bhujbal, who was booked in 2015 over irregularities in PWD contracts, is a minister in the Maharashtra government. There's a whole list of people who you had alleged were corrupt, who are now all part of your alliance. Sanju Verma.
You know, Zakka, I don't wish to be heckled because, you know, I see that when I speak even for 30 seconds more, I'm immediately shut down. So let me make some interesting points. First and foremost, BJP does not need lessons or certificates on integrity and probity from Congress, where Rahul Gandhi out on bail, Sonia Gandhi out on bail, P. Chidambaram out on bail, your entire top brass is out on bail, either in the National Herald scam or the INX media scam. So it's like a case of the pot calling the kettle black, or should I say the kettle calling the pot black. Now coming to the Sharad Pawar faction. You know, these guys sit here and wax eloquent on national TV debates saying, oh, the BJP is mired in corruption. I mean, I want to show the mirror to you. I think what has shamed me as a Mumbaiker is the fact that Sachin Vaze, who was expelled from the Mumbai police force way back in 2007 due to the custodial death of Khwaja Yunus under his long nose in 2003, that man, the moment Uddhav Thackeray became chief minister, the first thing he did was reinstate Sachin Vaze not just as an ordinary police officer, but as the head of the most powerful wing, crime intelligence unit of the Mumbai crime branch, CIU. While Sachin Vaze is out on bail, the Bombay High Court has castigated him in no uncertain terms, and also the Uddhav Thackeray Congress Sharad Pawar faction for reinstating somebody with such dubious credentials. You know, Sachin Vaze in front
But
of
ma'am,
Justice
they've not given him a
the
ticket to
Chandiwal
fight the
Commission.
assembly election.
Let me finish, Zakka. Why are you
Absolutely.
getting
Can
so
I come in,
rattled at
Zakka?
me?
No, that's what I'm
Can I
saying.
just finish?
You have
Can I
given
finish?
tickets to people you have accused of being corrupt. It's not
Yes,
like
I'm coming
they
now.
have given
I'm
tickets to
coming to
Sachin
your-
Vaze.
Zakka, can I please finish? I heard you. And you know, I don't wish to be rude. If your logic is that somebody accused of corruption but not yet convicted should not be given a ticket, then Zakka, I beseech you, please ask the Congress, the Uddhav Sena faction and the Sharad Pawar faction. By that logic, Rahul Gandhi should not have contested any of the elections post 2019. You know, Priyanka Vadra should not be contesting elections because her spouse has been accused of land grabbing in Bikaner. So that puts her under not very flattering light. If, you know, corruption is indeed an issue, then I want to tell Clyde Castro, you still continue to model Anil, you know, mollycoddle Anil Deshmukh, who was the former home minister under the Uddhav regime. And Anil
Okay.
Can I answer
Deshmukh has
that?
admitted he was doing vasuli. He was doing vasuli for your boss, Sharad Pawar.
Absolutely not.
That
That's
is
an
why
absolute
your
lie.
Sarkar as the
That's an
Maha
absolute
Vasuli
lie.
Sarkar. Please
Okay,
keep
Clyde,
quiet,
quick response.
I
I also want to get in
No,
Daniel
no.
Francis
But I
after
did
That's
this.
an absolutely lie, Zakka. That's
Very
an
quickly,
absolute
very
lie.
quickly. I need to go to Daniel
Anil
Francis
Deshmukh
also.
issue, the
I did
court
not
has
heckle
given
this
the
man.
given the
Zakka,
clear
you do not
statement.
allow me the
They are
question.
going
No,
and
No, one
relying
second,
on
ma'am. One
Sachin
second.
Vaze,
Let him-
who's a
you
criminal
took his name.
himself.
Let him respond. After that, I'll go to Daniel
No,
Francis.
sorry.
Yes.
No, I need to finish my point
Anil
because you
Deshmukh
Ma'am,
has
me
not
ma'am,
accepted.
please,
They
please
created
yield.
a narrative. Anil,
What do you mean, please yield?
Please yield
Did
means
I
please
heckle Clyde
allow him to
Castro?
speak.
Did I heckle Clyde
Ma'am, you
Castro
took his
when he
name.
was
Let him
talking?
respond. I got to move on. I've come to you the second time. There's a one guest who I've not gone to in 16 minutes. So let me please go to him after that. Clyde, quickly, 30 seconds. I need to go to Daniel Francis.
Zakka, yeah, you need to give me time. You're allowing others to talk. Listen, Anil Deshmukh never accepted. They are relying on the statement of a criminal called Sachin Vaze.
Anil Deshmukh
I mean,
has
how
admitted in
silly
front
can
of
somebody
the
get? You know, it's
Chandiwal
right.
Commission.
See, now she's hackling.
Even
Okay,
I'm
now
not going to talk.
let's move
Sorry,
away from both
I
of
don't
them.
want to get
Yeah,
into this.
If
Can
you put-
spokespersons can't maintain decorum, then what do I do? Let me go to Daniel Francis. Daniel Francis, the point is that nobody is holier than thou. I just gave a laundry list of the people that the BJP had accused of being corrupt, from Ashok Chavan, Ajit Pawar, Chhagan Bhujbal, Hassan Mushrif, Kripa Shankar Singh, and now the latest being Nawab Malik, who's got a ticket from one of the BJP's alliance partners. Are we to believe that corruption is not a factor, family dynastic politics is not a factor? What is a factor, after all, in the Maharashtra election?
Factor is winnability. There's no other factor, Zakka, but winnability. And Majburi ka naam is elections. And no party in Maharashtra or anywhere in this country or anywhere in any other democracy also has been, could resist the temptation of fielding strong men. and whoever they are, whatever they are. Uh, Maharashtra election is also very unique. Every seat is very important. Every seat is very important. There's no wave, there's no undercurrent for any of the alliances. For any of the alliances, there's absolutely no wave, no undercurrent. Nobody can claim a higher moral ground, above anyone, or can claim a victory at this stage. We see that the kind of nomination filings that have happened within the alliances and outside the alliances. Everybody is thinking that we'll either play a spoiler to get somebody down, or try and win as many seats as we can. And that's the real objective of what's happening in Maharashtra today. And what we see in terms of Mr. Nawab Malik or other controversial people who are fighting the elections is also to ensure that those seats are won by those parties, because every seat will count.
No, but
This is
Daniel,
a
you said there
prestige
is no
matter.
wave, there's no undercurrent. I tend to agree with you. But then 3 months back in the Lok Sabha election, Mahavikas Aghadi got 30 seats and Mahayuti got 17 seats.
I tell you what was right in that election. What was right in that election was message. The message that Modi is very powerful. If he becomes very, very powerful, the minorities and the backwards, he will hurt very hard. That was the message. Second important issue was the Mahavikas Aghadi. The real challenge before Mahavikas Aghadi is that who will be the chief minister. In Lok Sabha, that was not the challenge in front of them. So they were fighting together. They were together and they were fighting together, and they fought together, and they ensured that they get a better performance than Mahayuti. Now when we understand, see today why Maharashtra is disturbed. Maharashtra was originally disturbed by Mahavikas Aghadi because Uddhav wanted to be the chief minister. He didn't want it to go with BJP. He came with the Congress, and they had an arrangement. This was going to happen. This ought to happen anyway. Now what has happened is that Uddhav, with Congress getting the better of numbers, Uddhav doesn't want to concede more seats to the Congress party. The Congress party is not helping him to become the chief minister. Mr. Pawar is running his own campaign. So this mess was a natural mess because it's not a natural alliance. So we will see this kind of struggles within these alliances. And with
No, so let me ask Mr. Antony that, the fact is that you all claim that you're an alliance. It got to a point where Uddhav Thackeray apparently, Sanjay Raut in fact openly said this, that no political negotiation will happen with the Congress if Mr. Nana Patole even sets foot inside Matoshri. Now, this is ostensibly the state president of the Congress party, your alliance partner, who, was not being allowed to step inside Matoshri. And then finally, everybody came with this repressed formula 85, 85, 85, which was the declared formula in a press conference by these three gentlemen. Sanjay Raut was sitting next to Nana Patole. I don't know why that was not a problem. Finally, today, after nominations, this is the final number. Congress 102, UBT Sena 96, NCP SP 87. So that 85, 85, 85 formula, God knows where it's gone.
Zakka, first of all, I'll just give a rebuttal to Daniel saying that Mahavikas Aghadi has got a problem because, the alliance partners are not joining together. You had the answer in today's debate itself, where Ajit Pawar has decided on his own and the Mahayuti alliance doesn't have any say in that. On your question of Sanjay Raut making a statement on Nana Patole,
what is happening in
you have the
Versova?
answer in today's debate itself that
What
they
is
all
happening
sat together in the
on
state.
6
So
seats,
temperament runs high,
Congress
when the
rebels have filed their
negotiation
nominations.
happens. No,
6
Daniel,
seats.
I didn't interrupt you.
6.
Daniel, I didn't interrupt you. Zakka, allow me to speak, please. So the temperaments run high because it's a high-stake negotiations. And 85, 85, 85 was a formula where we considered all partners as equal, and then we make discussions about the rest of the seats, how it is going to happen. That it is an aspirant election where we have a strong possibility of making the government. So every party wanted to have the maximum share. As I've told that in the beginning, that I never wanted to defend something which is not defendable. There are expectations, and so we are going to be in huddle and negotiations, and by the 4th, we will have a concluding agreement on the least number of friendly fights in the state of Maharashtra.
I just want to bring
Sachin
this.
Sawant,
I
your
just
tallest
want
leader
to
has
bring this data
rebelled
point.
against the
In the Jammu and
state
Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir election, which concluded recently, there were 5 seats where NC and Congress had friendly fights. All 5 of those seats Congress lost. So you might want to consider that before.
That's exactly
before you
what I
have these
said. No, there will be
so-called friendly
negotiations.
fights.
And Zakka, what about
Zakka, there will
Sachin
be
Sawant?
negotiations in the next
Yeah.
3-4 days.
Now,
and we will
yeah.
decide.
Now, Sanju Verma. Yeah.
Zaka, you made very interesting points at the very start. Just to add to that, and without being offensive, I want to ask the Congress. Fine, you are saying that BJP is having problems in Mahayuti. I started by saying that yes, ticket distribution is always a very nuanced affair, which can lead to a lot of internal dissent. The beauty of managing dissent is something that the BJP does wonderfully well. But that is not the moot point here. I want to ask the Congress. Sachin Sawant, he has been the General Secretary of Congress for the longest time. He has been in charge of the Mumbai Communications Unit for the longest time. All he said was, I want to contest from Bandra East. I don't want to contest from Andheri West. But what did Uddhav Thackeray do? Uddhav Thackeray said, nothing doing. It is my nephew Varun Sardesai who will contest against Zishan Siddiqui from Bandra East. If you want to contest Sachin Sawant from Andheri West, तो ठीक है, नहीं तो Congress can do what it feels like. I am not going to yield even an inch. And in Kolhapur South, it is not a friendly fight. The Congress and UBT workers are at each other's throats. So the limited point is, right from Kolhapur to Baikala to Versova to Andheri, the Congress has not been given any seat that it originally wanted, because here it is Uddhav Thackeray who's playing the big brother. And let me tell you very honestly that knives are out for the Congress.
I want a minute on
You
this.
can't even decide on Bandra East.
Zakka, I want to.
Yeah, I'll come to you,
Zakka,
Mr.
just-
Antony, once again. Let Clyde respond.
You're talking, Zakka. The point is, you're talking about us. I'm sure you know that in Mumbai Devi, when the BJP wanted to contest, and Atul Shah is now contesting independently, talking about controlling dissent. Atul Shah is going to contest independently, and Eknath Shinde has brought Shaina NC, who we know for years has been a BJP person. They fielded her in Mumbai Devi. So it's easy to point fingers at the others, but you are not able to manage anything that you are going to do. So today Atul Shah is going to be contesting independently against the BJP.
And some of the
so
stories.
Shaina NC is brought from BJP into, so that's how they are working. So the point here is, you can point fingers to anybody.
Okay.
The point here is, Nawab Malik has been fielded by Ajit Pawar, and BJP can't do a thing about it. They absolutely can't do a thing
Well,
about it.
they will back the
Today,
Shinde
Mr.
Sena
Devendra
candidate on that
Fadnavis has
seat.
fallen flat
That's
on
what
his
they
face.
can do. Ashish Shelar
No,
said they won't campaign for him. They'll instead campaign for the Shinde Sena candidate in that seat.
Zakka,
Zakka, I
Mr.
need a
Devendra
minute, I need
Fadnavis
a
has
few
fallen
seconds for
flat
rebuttal.
on his face today. As simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matthew Antony
Okay.
and then Daniel Francis.
He's fallen
after that,
flat on
I
his face
just want
today.
to ask the BJP spokesperson, who's Atul Shah, who's Gopal Shetty, and who is Mr. Gillot in Thane, who has gone out and filed as independent candidates. Don't speak larger than anything else, because you have too
Can
much
you
of
tell me
problems in
who's
your
Nana
party
Patole?
where they're
Can you
where
tell
they
me
are
who's
where they are filing as
Hi
independents.
Jagtap,
And then
who
I
is
am
Varsha
just like you
Gaikwad,
said about
who is
Sachin
Prithviraj
Vasan,
Chauhan?
I am ashamed
You
to
guys
stay in
are
a
fighting
city
against
where
each
one of
other.
your party members,
Varsha
Baba
Gaikwad
Siddiqui,
versus Nana
one of your
Patole,
alliance
Nana
partner
Patole
member, Baba
versus Bhai
Siddiqui,
Jagtap,
was
Bhai
shot
Jagtap
dead
versus
under
Prithviraj Chauhan.
of a gang whose
Prithviraj
person
Chauhan
is in the
versus
custody of
Nana
Gujarat
Patole.
police. You are protecting that gang leader. You are
Okay.
protecting that gang
I
leader.
got to get the final
Yes,
comment
yes,
in
yes,
from
yes,
Daniel.
yes, yes,
Daniel,
yes, yes, stop lecturing
one thing
BJP.
is clear, Daniel, at least in the mind of the voter, it's a very straight binary choice. You're either voting for the Mahayuti or you're voting for the Mahavikas Aghadi. I don't think the voters of Maharashtra are confused about it. I don't think there's any viable third party or third alliance. It's a straight fight. So this election will essentially decide which of these two alliances will rule Maharashtra for the next 5 years, and this whole legacy fight that's been going on in these two parties, Shiv Sena and NCP, will also be settled in this election. Whichever alliance wins, the component which is in part of that alliance will become the true legatees of their respective parties.
I'll just say one thing. Before the elections in Lok Sabha elections, Uddhav Thackeray was roaming around in Maharashtra thinking that he's the chief minister of Maharashtra. After Lok Sabha elections, Nana Patole was moving around the state as if he'll be the chief minister of Maharashtra. The only difference I tell you, before the Mahavikas Aghadi was formed, around the Mahavikas Aghadi was formed and now, Sharad Pawar played a role in forming the Mahavikas Aghadi, and when the Congress and the Uddhav Thackeray group is fighting bitterly, destroying the chances for each other, Sharad Pawar has hardly stepped in to stop this fight. He's concentrated on his bastion and is going forward. Nevertheless,
analyst
what
is,
you're saying
I
is
don't know
that-
where he comes from.
Clyde,
but he's
no, I don't have the
on
time.
the
I don't
wall.
have the
Who
time.
seems
I
to
don't
know
have the
better.
time. I have to
No,
wrap up.
I'm not.
No, I don't have the time.
I'm not going to take
I'm moving
insults
on.
and
I'm moving on.
accusations.
I don't have the time.
I'm not going to take
We'll have
insults
one
and
more
accusations,
month.
Zakka.
We'll
You
have
may have
one
not
more
had the
month
time.
where you can
But
make
I'm
your
not going to
points.
take insults and
No, fair
accusations
enough,
from my
fair
leader.
enough.
I'm not going to
Absolutely.
take-
But
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
have
take
the
insults
time.
and
I need to
accusations
go on
from
to the
somebody
next
Mr.
segment.
Pawar is the
who believes that
I need
he's
to
a
go on
fly
to
on
the next
wall.
segment. Thank you very
Public-
much. We will have one more month where Clyde can take pot shots at Daniel and Daniel can take pot shots at Clyde. I don't have a problem.